I just started, and then this thing it auto muted me. What the heck, man? I swear to God, I'm not doing it on purpose. I'm aware I said I promised the mic's not muted, but then it was muted. Hey, Prong. By the way, just so everybody knows, Prong is forklift certified now, so if anybody has any attractive family members they want to introduce to him. I got a lot of powder off this. I gotta get a wet paper towel. Alright. Hey. Just cleaning it up a little bit here. Alright, let's see. Man, it's like I don't know where to start. So I guess we'll just start throwing paint on stuff. How about that? Let me get this here. I took a lot of time off after that tank, so I should probably start, I guess, painting seriously. Oh, and that's the piece that broke off. Let me see if I can tighten this up. when I was working with the or trying to clean up the bits, I ended up taking too much off, and I actually snipped off a piece of this top bit here. I don't think anybody will be able to tell the difference. Yeah, it's fine. And man, this prime's job sucks because it was so humid outside. Let me drill the barrels so Derek doesn't come after me. Yeah, it's alright. Did everybody have a nice Friday? Alright, that one looks good. Let's get this one here. Alright, that's good. What the heck? Oh, it's water. Let's see. Keep your ladies close, he says. Oh man, look, I got two more barrels to drill right here. Oh, does this one have it? Oh, that one already comes pre-drilled. Let's see. Hey, I'm walking through the mall. Always drill the barrels. I think I had one of the worst Fridays in memory. Damn, I gotta hear about it. I don't like it when my boys are having bad days. Alright, I think that was alright. Okay, so let's proceed. Alright, that one's there. This one's here. Who this? Hold on there, lads. wife is teaching me Cantonese by chat. Sai lan pa. Sai lan pa ho yao yika. Oh. Oh, my thing was totally wrong. I picked up a box of Sisters of Silence. Hey man, you better treat them right. Janisha Kroll is my girl now. Okay, again we're at that. Okay, I'm just gonna start putting paint on stuff. Let's get cracking. We're gonna use a brush that's kind of worn out. Oh, look at these. These are all new. Since it doesn't really matter, I guess I'll use a worn out brush. Yeah, that's fine, I guess. Well, maybe not. Dang, that brush is ugly. Alright, we will use this one. I only have one black, I think. I have a D&D black, but I haven't used it. Maybe I'll try it out. We'll try out this D&D black. It's called Abyssal Black. It looks lighter. We'll do a little experiment just to see what it looks like. I slept so bad, headache, cold, and aftermath of eating spicy food, all of them stacked together, isn't nice. Headache, cold, aftermath of eating spicy food. So I'm just going to go ahead and guess that means you had the poops. Funny that you mentioned that. Because I had my own situation yesterday. Alright, we're going to try these two blacks like next to each other. I'll do one in this Abyssal Black and then we'll just see what it looks like. I'll do the legs here. Stay on camera. Yeah, I'm doing a lot better about that, I think. The trim on this is going to be crazy. There was a group of Brits nearby talking until 3 a.m. Those filthy Brits. And Brits are one of the loudest people out there. Are they? Because I was... Well, maybe. I don't know. Hey, Shark. Vulcan, what's up, man? Prong is telling us his troubles from today. Sometimes complaining to the boys makes you feel better. And see, I was gonna do this mostly all black, and then for the joints I was gonna hit it with some Mechanicus standard gray. MVM. Is that it, Prong? I wanted to hear the whole story before I started talking about something. darkest of the black. I guess we need some more, huh? Oh, the story's done? Well, last night, or yesterday, I already told Man vs. Miniatures about this, but I must have ate something bad yesterday because I went to the gym, and as soon as I got on the equipment, my stomach started gurgling. I said, uh-oh, that can only mean one thing. I tried to stick it out. I tried to be a soldier about it. But, man, after about 10 minutes, like, I was having trouble standing up straight. That's how, like, bad my stomach was hurting. And, 20 minutes, after 20 minutes, I had to throw in a towel. I had to, like, turtle walk out of the gym. And, it's only, like, I don't know, 10 minutes or so from my house to the gym. That was the longest 10-minute drive of my life. I didn't know if I was going to make it. And I got home, busted the door in, kicked my shoes off, crab walked into the bathroom, and man, if I had been like 5 seconds longer, I'd have been having to throw those shorts out. So yeah, I don't know what it was, but it was a no bueno. Actually, I had thought about calling out of work too, because I was like, man. Anyway, y'all don't want to hear about all that. I should probably put this in the thing. Yeah, that's probably better. By the way, I wasn't sure if this was a plastic or like a resin recast, so I had to test it with plastic glue, and it is resin, but it doesn't feel like resin. It felt like plastic. I'm just trying to get enough black on here to get a good coat so I can test this D&D black to see exactly what that looks like. You be careful what I say here, because sometimes people in real life will tune into my streams. I gotta be careful, like, what exactly I say about people I know. I think that's kind of it. I also tried bibimbap, Korean dish. It was okay. What are we talking about? Oh, yeah, okay. Well, good. Well, I hope you have a restful weekend, buddy. Sometimes that's what you need. Alright, here we go. And have you played Space Marine yet? Yes, I have, actually. I don't know. I guess I'm maybe halfway through. I don't want to give any details and spoil it for anybody. I guess we're past the third. We passed the third boss. I actually had to drop the difficulty down on it because like I wasn't getting frustrated, but I was like, oh my gosh, like the whole like my like heart's pounding and everything because I guess regular difficulty is just like some parts of the game you're like, dang, I can't get past this. I've died 3 times in the tutorial. I'm not very good at video games. I like them. I enjoy them. I'm just not very good at them. I belligerent Texan. Me and him played Dark Tide. He's got a much higher level character than me, but he has to come in and help me out every now and then when I get in over my head. I was my first character. My character is the veteran, but I keep playing him like he's a zealot. Like I want to be the first one in the room so I can get the first swing at the bad guys. Alright, we're just trying to get a nice base coat of this black so I can see how it looks with this other one. And then, it's not really and then, this is totally separate. Oh, let's see, I'm playing Angel of Death. Oh, that's the max difficulty? Yeah, I do want to get in that PvP and, with the armor customization, that's really cool. But I also want to get in the Dark Tide again, because people complain that Dark Tide has, repetitiveness and everything, but in my experience, I've played, I don't know, 20 matches, something like that. Like, something happens in every game that's different. So anyway, I enjoy it very much. If I was playing it by myself, it'd be scary, but because you have squad mates, even when there's like nobody, even if you have like a bot or two, I still feel better about it. If it was you were playing by yourself, I'd be like, oh, scary by myself. But I enjoy it very much. Now, I've seen YouTubers or painting tutorials like, oh, you're supposed to base coat it with this black and then layer coat it with this black, but I'm not buying any more blacks. That's an odd thing to say as a southerner, but I'm not buying any more black paint. Don't use it often enough. Oh my god, I'm not muted again, am I? No. I didn't even post the last stream to YouTube because that was so embarrassing with the microphone muted. I just need to check this thing every time because it starts out muted. Before I muted it because I didn't want everybody to hear me making old man noises before the stream really started. Well, this time it was muted already. They swung me. Hey, how about all the toxic people that was on Twitter today? That was an unusually large amount of toxic people. I don't know what the deal was today, but I wasn't really doing the Woke Hammer L's archive. I mean, people were, still tagging me and stuff, and I was saving them, but I was putting them in a pending folder for whenever I got around to it, or I was in the right mood for it. But yeah, them boys, I don't know, they kind of set me off today, so I might just have to pick that back up. Alright. I think we're in a solid, I think we're looking pretty solid right here. Alright, we're going to let this dude dry right there. And we're going to switch blacks. I'm just going to add some water to this. What do we say? Okay. This one goes here. This one goes here. And I'm going to paint these, or at least paint the interior before I glue them, because I don't want to have to, you know what I mean. I added a little too much water to this, so now it's like a wash, but I've been playing a lot of PvP. My favorite class is probably Sniper, because you can go invisible and just flank the other guys. I saw everybody was running for Bulwark. I'm like, yeah, it looks cool, but I mean, ideally, I would think that a good team would have a balanced, you know what I mean, a balanced class makeup. It is really satisfying in the campaign when you got the sword, and I gotta get me the plasma pistol. Overcharged, of course. Uh-oh. How's that one? Alright, we'll let that one dry a bit. What's next? So there's the Indomitus guy. Here, while that one's drying, let me just check out. We'll look at the chat here. And there's the Ultraman we were working on last time. I haven't played Space Marine. I probably won't play it for a year or more. There's nothing wrong with sitting stuff out. I just happen to, and $70 is a lot for a new game. I can't believe it cost that much. But I was just fortunate that I was able to get mine for free between a GameStop trade-in and my reward points and such. My potato isn't good for it. Oh, your computer. What does this say? Not buying it. Is Derek bullying me with clips? God, I knew that. You know what? I will feature that. I'll own that. I'll own that. Hey, why don't you send that to Bitshammer so he can post that everywhere. You can only have one of each class in PvP. Oh, okay. I play Assault. Now, not gonna lie, I was having a lot of fun with the jump packs and the melee attacks. It took a lot of getting used to. And so I'm not sure if that's just the buttons being complicated or me being stupid. It might just be me being stupid. Hmm. So how does it work with like the unlocking? I'm sure they don't make all the cool stuff available immediately. Yeah. I do want to make some of my Azure Knight boys. But if I'm going to be totally in character, I will have to play as Bulwark. This dry yet? Almost. That's kind of a cool gray on there. Like it's all like already. That's like it's like its own shade paint. Oh, I got 4 viewers. Yeah, I don't know if anybody's seen this one, but this is the first Dreadnought I ever painted. This Dreadnought is actually from the Assault on Blackreach box, which was the first 40K thing I ever bought. I was in college and walked in the store. I said, "Man, the art on this thing is cool." So anyway, I got this. I think I sold the orc half of that box. I'm kind of kicking myself now though because I think orcs seem fun. So I did not paint them. I was just into the building thing and like actually like lining my dudes up on my desk and everything. But anyway, about 5 or 6 years ago, I started painting them. It wasn't very good, but the Dreadnought turned out kind of cool. And as you can see, my my paint scheme was not what it is now with the red. So I still had the blue, but the blue was kind of muted. So anyway, that's my first Dreadnought right there. And I kept them just like that so I could always know how far I came. But anyway, there you go. Okay, let's start throwing some more paint on this guy. Alright, this might take like 3 coats. I'm just gonna guess. I don't think that's because I put too much water. I think this paint's just kind of what's the word? Viscous, maybe. So I'm gonna give this one more coat after this one. If it's still not like opaque enough, I'm just gonna use the Citadel paint. I have no loyalty to any paint brand, by the way. Like I only have Citadel because that's what I bought. What I say, like 5 or 6 years ago. And then Citadel pissed me off, or Games Workshop did. So I do have a handy dandy chart that shows you like Citadel paints and then like Vallejo or Army painter equivalents. Alright, we're going to have to really let that one dry. By the way, so this one came with a base, which was kind of cool. I wasn't expecting that, but so the base is kind of cool, which is a little kind of a shame because the foot is attached to the base. So even if I had a different base I wanted, this foot is attached to the base. What? So how weird is that? Because I was initially going to use this one that I had Dan Primark print for me, and it's like, look at it, it's a statue with like the standing area there. Isn't that cool? So anyway, but this one doesn't really sit right on this one. Well, maybe it does. Maybe I'm tripping. Nah, I like him better on that one. So I'll save this one for another hero. But alright, let's... Oh no, not this one. This one. There's the legs. While we're waiting on those legs to dry, we'll keep moving on this one. Hunter! What's up, man? You gotta collect experience and currency. I thought so. Which is fine. That's your incentive to play. But I see like some guys, they must have took the whole week off of work to play this game because they already got like all the fixins unlocked. Alright, let me look at a picture of Chaplains because I forget what they look like. Go, wait a minute. this guy's got, his thing is totally like, alright. How's he supposed to know what chapter he's with if he doesn't have any chapter markings? This guy. Maybe I'll just do one of his pads. Maybe both of them will be. Oh yeah, they will. Alright, so both of his pads are going to be blue in this bit here. That's just so he'll be identifiable. You see that? That's an enjoyable part of the hobby, is you have something going on. And so you gotta do some problem solving. You gotta make some decisions. It's like I don't really plan too far ahead when I'm painting. I just get in there and we just start painting and just see what it looks like. Paint this whole thing black, that way the lead belcher will pop off of it. Boxy boy, yeah, that's right. I have some box knots in the STL archive, and I think that, my whole thought, I can't even talk. I don't like how small they are compared to the new scale stuff. So I mean, you could easily get an STL and then just scale it up and print it out. So it's not as big as the Redemptor, but it's big enough so it doesn't look silly next to the newer models. You know what I mean? That might be, actually, I think I have a, where's this go? I have a salamander box knot, a venerable salamander box knot, in my queue to upload. Anyway, is Hunter still here? Hunter, how was your Friday, Bubba? I called him Bubba. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Sometimes the Southern just comes out. And look at that. My primer got chalky. And so it's doing some interesting things to the texture of the paint when it goes on. It ain't supposed to look like that, but it does look kind of cool. I got a picture of Chaplains up in front of me. Okay, so this is supposed to all be black here. See what I can do. Should have thought about this before, but that's my problem, is all the women in my life will tell you, so I just don't be thinking. As long as the head is white later, that's all that matters. We'll have to do some touch-ups in there. Alright. It is, I just got tired of painting blue. So I said, let me try and do some other stuff. just have to water that down. It says, of course, Blackreach, I'm telling. The Akadaka website has that paint chart too. I think that's where I saw that. I do appreciate, I don't really know Daka. He interacts with me sometimes, but I do appreciate how he, you know, he's trying to add some variety so people aren't all so dependent on, sorry, am I staying on this? I was looking at Chaplain pictures. So they're not so dependent on a company that hates half of them, you know what I mean? Or more than half of them. Trust the process, bros. When this thing looks dumb, just know, just gotta keep going, and it'll look better at the end. If anybody recalls, I actually snipped this tip off. Oh God, that sounded horrible. Derek, don't make a clip. But I actually cut that part off by accident, so I had to glue it back. It was a bit of a pain. It wasn't a bit of a pain, it was a huge pain. And let's see. Oh, let me check the thing. STL Sharkive, those new minis are sweet. Man, I had wanted those for a long time. Actually, when you join the tribe, like, you know, the different studios on My Mini Factory, they have their own way that they do things. But this person, I can't remember the name of the thing, but if you become a tribe member, you get one release every month. You get their welcome pack, and then you get a 25% discount on all the other stuff in the store. And then another one, was it maybe Gamic or Highland Studios? I can't remember. They offered 50% discounts when you join their tribe. So I was trying to coordinate with some people in the Discord. But you know how people are when you ask them to spend money for stuff. I said, does anybody want to coordinate? Like for Gamic, I think he had a fantasy and a sci-fi tier that were both like $10, or you could get both of them for $17. And I was just, I mean, it's not a whole lot of money, but I said, you know, if somebody wants to go in on it with me, you know, that's fine. Like, I'll get one of them and somebody else can get the other one. I mean, you know, it just depends. So, I mean, that offer is open. I mean, you want to support the creator and everything, but at the same time, I mean, the whole reason I really started the Chudhammer STC database is because I saw the future. When the economy gets really, really bad, people aren't going to have money to spend $65 for a box of 5 Guys. And Games Workshop is going to be losing money. And I would not put it past them to shut down creators or websites that have, you know, models or STLs that look like, you know, their stuff. You know, people point to E-Man G, what happened to him, but that dude was actually ripping files from a video game and reposing them. So, I mean, that, you know, that's a bit much. I do have some of his stuff, but you can make the argument that was probably justified. But for example, this was it JH Miniatures, whatever. His stuff, you know, very clearly looks like Sisters of Battle. So it's not crazy to think that GW wouldn't try to get him shut down. So, but his files look so good, I just want to get them archive them, keep them safe. Alright, we'll let this one fully dry. Damn. I'm really gonna have to flood the back of this head space with some shading. Alright, wait. Let's not get it. Let's not cross the streams here. What does it say? Being rather shitty. One of my cats isn't long for this world. I'm sorry to hear that, bro. Dealing with an aging pet is, you know that it's inevitable. Death is a part of life, but you still don't want to let them go. I have one cat that's really getting up there. I actually brought this cat home from college, and she's acting weird, like laying in the dirt because the dirt is cool and it feels good on her bones. And yeah, so she's probably on the way out. So let me see, 2008. So hold on, I can do math. 12, 16, almost 16 years old, I think. I mean, that's pretty old for a cat. I know some cats live to be like 20, but and then I have a cat that I brought back from overseas. He's maybe 11 or 12. He's still spry for an older fella. But that's my wife's favorite cat that she ever had in her life. So if I know if something happened to him, man, she's going to go to pieces. I was never really a cat guy because my sister actually bought a cat at a yard sale in 1987 for 25 cents and didn't ask anybody about it, just got this cat. It was already grown and brought it home, and it was the most messed up cat I have ever seen in my life. I mean, I wasn't even born yet at the time, but he was around when I was a baby and when I was older, but he couldn't meow. Like something had happened to him, like he got strangled or something. He couldn't meow. It came out as like a rasp. He would be like that. That's how he would meow. And he was gray and he had a white chest, and he scared the shit out of us. He used to kill rabbits and drag them on top of my mom's Cadillac. And she was a lawyer, so she would get up early in the morning to go to court, and there would be this bloody mess all over her expensive car. And then he would go in the woods behind our house, and he would fight with raccoons and stuff, and he'd come back missing hair. Yeah, he was hold on. Well, that doesn't really matter because it looks like we're crossing streams with these black paints. They're about the same color, and then it's matte too. Yeah. I guess it doesn't really matter which one we use, so I'll just use the Citadel. I'll save this one for another time. What's he say? She's like 16, 17, just didn't expect she of all the furballs I had to get cancer. Damn. Man, I'm sorry to hear that. I never had a cat or a dog with cancer. There was always something else that got them. That yard sale cat I told you about, he actually had seizures. So, but I was a kid at the time, so I didn't know what seizures were. I just saw him spazzing out, shaking and everything, And I remember I was like maybe 8 or 9, and he was doing it in the driveway, and I was like, huh, that's pretty weird. And I just went in the house. So I didn't know that he was actually having, a health issue. But that cat is actually legendary. His name was Tom. And one time, he followed my dad into the shed, and he went in the shed. Well, my dad didn't know, and so my dad closed the door, the shed door, and we didn't go back in that shed for like a month. So all the time everybody's like, where the hell's the cat at? I don't know, we just thought he ran off somewhere. Well, one day my dad goes in the shed to get something for yard work, and there's the damn cat all skinny and meow. This cat was stuck in that shed for a month and survived. And then there was one time where my family was taking a trip to my dad's hometown, which is about 45 miles away. This is crazy. Like, nobody, I tell people this story, nobody believes it. The cat somehow got in the back of the truck. It somehow got in the back of the truck. They went to my dad's hometown. Cat jumped out of the truck. Later that day, the whole family comes back and left the cat in this town. And again, they're looking for the cat. Where is he? I don't know. He must have run off somewhere. Check the shed. No, he's not in the shed. Well, like 2 weeks later, cat comes walking down the road back to the house. Did this dude walk all the way back? I don't like, see, the story is so crazy. People don't believe it when I tell them, but this dude was incredible. Also, he scratched me with his dirty raccoon fighting paws, and I was trying to be tough, and I didn't tell anybody. So I had this disgusting cat scratch that festered, and I actually got cat scratch fever, and I was out of school for like 2 weeks because had this. Maybe that's what's wrong with me. Maybe my brain got cooked during the infection. Huh. I didn't think about it like that. Maybe that's what's wrong with me. It's not autism, it's brain damage from a fever. Yeah. Anyway, so because of him, I was scared of cats for most of my life. Because my sister had to buy a lunatic from a yard sale. Alright. Here he goes with his clips. Let me see here. I knew it. Man, I tell you what, I gotta really plan my words ahead. Oh, Derek's trying to get me canceled. Tip Snippers. That's gonna be our football team. Oh, we do we have a local festival in my town, and then they do a raft race, and so a lot of businesses will sponsor the race, and then they get to make a team, and they get shirts and everything. That is next summer. So next summer I'll put forward that name for our team, the Tip Snippers. That'll look really good on a shirt. Probably didn't need to be all black, but you know what? We're gonna make it all black. Let's see. It's the shark eye. Hi, Squish. Oh, hey, Banana. Yeah, the chat moves so quick. Yeah, my Yorkie is getting up there in age. A Yorkie. Is he one of those yappy little dogs, or is he chill? I'm getting the chat's getting away from me. My best buddy is 11. He's still goofy. My dog it gets excited, hyperventilates. Yeah, my mom's got one like that. She got a little yappy dog that will get too excited. Shakes a lot. She's one of those shaky dogs. Yeah, you don't realize how much work a pet is until you don't have it anymore. I will say that. Like I had a 36-gallon fish tank, and then for like almost 3 years, I had a turtle that I raised from my hatchling, and I keep a clean house. So we vacuum, and we mop, and no shoes in the house, that kind of stuff. And every other weekend, I would do fish tank maintenance and clean the turtle tank, because I'm not having. My aunt, God rest her soul, she had a turtle for like 20 years, and her house stank because she didn't clean. And then the damn thing was in the kitchen. So like in the kitchen, I should have did this earlier. In the kitchen, you just smell turtle. I was like, how are you going to have an animal like that just sitting in his own muck? You're not supposed to clean the tank when it's so stinky that you can't stand to be in your own house. I just don't get it. Should have did that. How much time we got left? I'm gonna have to cut out here soon. My lady was a little upset about something that happened to her over there, so she probably wants to talk about it. Oh, do you think sharks become lawyers after taking the sandbar exam? The sandbar exam. Oh, I will say this: you gotta be careful with these, because I don't want to. You can always take a little more off, but it's impossible to put it back on. Sandbar exam. I should have went to school to be a lawyer. It looks fun. Let's just shape this a little bit more. Yeah, let me check that chat. But let me not play with a knife when I'm looking at that. They say cats have good memory to get back home. Yeah, incredible. Like, yeah, they do. Pets do things like you wouldn't even. It's hard to imagine. But it's like the cat can find his way back home for 40 miles away, but then he plays with his own poop. So it's like he's really smart some ways, but then stupid in another. The duality of the animal kingdom is really incredible. I think that'll be okay. This is the one that I broke off by accident. Well, obviously it was an accident. I wasn't trying to destroy my model, but you see what I'm saying. Hold on, what were we saying? I couldn't have cats for quite a while due to asthma, but there was a time my family had like 12 cats. Jeez. Pretty chill unless he sees something. He's gotten really sassy in old age. Did your lady also eat spicy food? No. Actually, I don't know what she's eating. She's probably going to tell me when I call her. Now, what were we talking about? I was going to tell y'all something and I forgot. Forgot what I was going to say. I was saying. So my wife sent me a message this morning. She took my baby to a playground. I say baby, my baby's she's 2, and they're actually due to come back just before Halloween. Oh, cool! This thing's got lights on it. That's gonna look real nice when it's all painted up. Anyway, she's like a militant Cantonese, and I don't know how much you guys know about China, but the government knows that they're overdue for some kind of civil conflict, because in Chinese history, about every 50 years, there's something that kicks off historically, and they're trying really hard to kind of quash any kind of regional identity to mitigate, some kind of a breakup or like a warlord period. And so they are trying to gradually stamp out Cantonese regional culture. So started, slowly, like in schools in Cantonese areas, school has to be taught in Mandarin, which is the national dialect. Whereas previously they taught school in Cantonese. Well, now as the TV channels are gradually all becoming Mandarin, and seems like intentionally Mandarin speakers are moving in to the region. And so my in-laws got a new apartment that's government subsidized for old people, and most of the people that live there are not from the city. There's Mandarin speakers. And my wife was complaining to me last night that the kids at the playground were all Mandarin and they're all bad as hell. And one of them was not nice to my baby. And so, part of the reason for that, I think, is the Mandarin speakers, a lot of them are migrant workers, so they're not from there. And, the parents are probably working a lot, so they're not there to take care of the kids or watch the kids or properly teach the kids. So I don't know who they dump them on. And then also, probably they don't make as much money, so they only have one kid, so they're more inclined to spoil the child. I mean, I've seen kids do crazy stuff over there. Like, we were at a village, and these kids are like trying to start a fire in a house. When I say kids, I mean they're like 7, 8, and they're playing with a lighter, and nobody said anything to them. It's just kind of crazy, because if I was doing something like that, my dad would have beat me to an inch of my life. I would have had to hide on the roof to get away from him. But no, these kids just do whatever. And then they turn into, barely functioning adults. When I was teaching school, I had, people fresh out of college who could barely do anything on their own. It's just really weird to me. I mean, I'm sure kids today raised by their phones are probably going to be the same. I think that's it now. That's going to be blue, that's going to be gold. This hand will be black. Did you? Oh, yeah, the one joining the big cattery in the sky is one of those 12. Oh, wow. Well, you know, try and look at it like this. When it says time to go, he'll get to rest and he won't have to worry about arthritis or whatever cat illness he might have. Your cat will go to cat heaven for sure, bro. Goodness. Guys, I think I'm going to have to stop it right there because I do need to call the lady and check on him. Oh, I'll work on this on my own time this weekend. So hopefully I can have them assembled by Monday. But we'll see. Oh, let's see. Let's check the chat. Boys, any questions, comments? Yeah, I think that was a good conversation about pets. That's a good one. Maybe next time, maybe Monday we can talk about dogs. I do have some good dog stories. Look at that. Not bad for a worn out brush. No. Alright. Well, guys, I appreciate you for stopping by. I told you I wouldn't have the microphone muted. But anyway, I hope everybody has a blessed Friday and a lovely weekend. And I will see y'all out there. Peace. Good night, friends.